I've had a crazy 48 hours and it's not been good. And they say money can't buy you happiness, but I'm going to call bullshit on that one, and here's why. So early part of the year, January, it's not usually the best for trading. I thought I'd take a little break away, come abroad, just some time to relax really, because it's been quite intense the last 6 months or so, with different changes. Profit Rush has been released, site's been busy, and obviously my own trading as well. But this morning, 4 o'clock or so, or yesterday morning should I say, 4 o'clock in the morning, got diverted on the way to the airport and hit a central reservation that wasn't marked at all. There was no road signs, there was no lights. Didn't see it right until the last minute, and unfortunately I've written my car off. So that's an expensive hit. I don't know how that will go. Insurance company to deal with that as yet. Fortunately I'm alright. It was very scary, and for a split second at one point I did think maybe that was the end for me. But you know, I learned something in this process. My life has changed a hell of a lot over the last few years. In fact, well, it's been a little bit longer than that. The last 10 years or so, my life has changed a huge amount. Obviously I've found trading, I've found success with that, various other things. Now looking at doing extra business stuff on the side, helping other people, more of that. But there was kind of like a quiet moment after the crash, where I was sat there for a little bit waiting for the recovery vehicle. Unfortunately, it turned up very quickly, by the way, so you know I could still come away on my break. But during that period, there was plenty of time to think about what just happened, and there's been more time to reflect since. And I found that the whole experience was completely different to how it would have been in a previous life, purely because of the success that I've had and the extra, the extra financial side of things that I've managed to accumulate. So when a car crash happened like that, normally in the past I would have been very worried, very stressed, probably quite frustrated, a little bit angry, but I wasn't really bothered. I mean, it wasn't good by any stretch of the imagination, and I felt physically about 24 hours later very like it was coming out in my body, the amount of stress from the accident. But having the safety net and having the freedom to do what I want, not worry about it, and the extra finances to deal with the situation quite quickly, overcome it, still come on the break, and not have to worry about it immediately, knowing that it's not going to massively impact my life, was absolutely huge, or it still is huge. So that's why I think that, quite frankly, when people say that money doesn't make you happy, it's complete bullshit, because I'm quite happy now. I'm happy as little as 24 hours later, after such a big accident, a big financial hit, the problems that are going to come with it, whereas in a previous life it would have completely knocked me for six. It's also made me think a hell of a lot about what's actually really important, because materialistic things, like having a half decent car, and I've done the cars thing a little bit now, a few times, they're really not that important. The thing that I've learned in this situation that really is important is being able to not worry, to have low stress, to not be worried so much. I mean, I haven't had an adrenaline rush like that since I was probably in the army away in Afghanistan, and life was very stressful then, and it used to be from one thing to another. I didn't have enough money, and so I think really, as I've, in my old age maybe, 33 still, I've learned that, do you know what, I'm not so interested in spending loads of money on materialistic things. I'd rather take the value, have low stress, have an easy life, not have to worry, have the freedom, and when these freak occurrences pop up and things like this happen, I can actually just chill and go, do you know, it's fine, we can deal with this quite easily. So money is important. I think that a lot of time as well, and this actually seeps into trading a hell of a lot, or it has done over the years, people's perception on money and how they view money is really important, because if you're viewing it wrong, then it sets you up for it to behave in a different way, which is counterproductive to the overall end goal. So having the right view on money, getting yours, focusing on getting yours, not worrying about what everyone else says, is actually really important in life. And I know that may not be a favourable opinion for a lot of people. I don't really care, which is also something that's very important, not caring about what certain people think, because a lot of the time people just want to drag you down, they want to see you fail, they want to see things go wrong, and not getting suckered by that, and not allowing that to be influencing your decisions and thoughts and choices, because ultimately that's what money allows you to do, have a lot more choices. It might not make you happy in the sense of, you know, directly making you happy, but you know, when it stops you from being unhappy, it's probably a better way of putting it. So that's just a few thoughts I had after the recent accident, and probably a little bit of maturity in the way that I now think towards finances as a result of trading and some previous successes. So I thought I'd just share that with viewers who might be looking at things a little bit differently, setting themselves up for more stress, possibly.